Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar News, your trusted source for major developments surrounding Iraq's economy, oil agreements, and dinar updates. Today's story is nothing short of historic. The long-standing oil dispute between Baghdad and the Kurdish region may finally be reaching its end, and this shift could transform Iraq's future. What we're witnessing right now is more than just a policy change. It could mark a national turning point. In a remarkable move, a high-level Kurdish delegation has officially arrived in Baghdad to finalize the long-delayed oil export deal that's been years in the making. This isn't one of those ceremonial visits with empty promises. It's the real thing. All indications suggest that the agreement could be signed in mere hours, and, if not by the end of the day, then almost certainly by tomorrow. This is not only a major economic event, it could represent a crucial turning point in Iraq's national unity. The implications are massive. After years, if not decades, of political gridlock, financial strain, and regional distrust, the central government and the Kurdistan regional government appear to be on the brink of collaboration. And they're doing it over oil. Arguably the most contentious and divisive issue Iraq has faced. For far too long, Iraq's vast oil wealth has been both a blessing and a curse, triggering corruption, instability, and deep factional rivalries. But now, that same oil may become the symbol of reconciliation and national progress. The dispute between Baghdad and Erbil, capital of the Kurdish region, has been one of Iraq's most entrenched political dilemmas. While the Kurds have sought to independently export crude oil and secure their own revenues, Baghdad has continuously pushed back, seeing such actions as threats to Iraq's sovereignty and legal authority. What followed were years of intense friction, court cases, frozen funds, cut-off salaries, and hostile rhetoric that fragmented the country politically and economically. Today, all of that appears to be changing. Just a year ago, the idea of federal and Kurdish leaders calmly sitting across a table to negotiate oil revenue sharing would have been dismissed as political fantasy. So what's different now? A mix of internal pressure, economic necessity, and shifting geopolitical realities. Iraq's leaders have come to understand that continued division only weakens them both. Internally, both Baghdad and Erbil have been under increasing pressure. The public's frustration with erratic salaries, poor services, and deteriorating infrastructure has grown louder. Protests have erupted across cities demanding real change. Simultaneously, fluctuating oil prices have made it clear that neither side can afford to keep fighting while their economic base crumbles beneath them. Unity is no longer a matter of pride. It's a matter of survival. On the global stage, the dynamics have also shifted. As neighboring countries wrestle with their own crises and international investors grow wary of regional instability, Iraq is finding itself at a crossroads. Global stakeholders, both allies and investors, have quietly pushed both parties to come to terms and build a framework for trust. And beneath all of this political maneuvering is the most important factor: the Iraqi people themselves. Across every ethnic and sectarian line, the public mood has changed. Iraqis are done with division. They want jobs, electricity, water, and peace, not more politics. This oil agreement is not just the result of top-down diplomacy, but a response to bottom-up pressure. The people are demanding unity, and it appears their leaders are finally listening. The symbolism of this moment cannot be overstated. For too long, Baghdad and Erbil have walked in circles, repeating the same debates and accusations. But if this deal is finalized, it signals the possibility of a new relationship, one based on cooperation instead of competition. A functioning oil export deal brings more than revenue. It could bring clarity, structure, and transparency to Iraq's national budget, while restoring foreign confidence in Iraq's investment climate. With joint infrastructure projects back on the table, we could see salaries begin to flow again, foreign investment ramp back up, and international credibility restored. Whether you're in Mosul, Basra, or Sulaymaniyah, this deal means more than a budget line. It means belonging to a shared national future. Iraq has long teetered on the edge of progress, and this agreement could be the step that finally shifts the balance. The road ahead is still complex. Corruption remains a deep-rooted issue. Armed factions continue to exert power. Political rivalries are far from resolved. But what makes this moment different is that both sides seem ready, truly ready, to prioritize compromise over conflict. And that, more than any oil barrel or budget line, is what gives this moment power. If this agreement is indeed finalized by tomorrow, it will outline key mechanisms such as how oil will be exported, how revenues will be shared, and what oversight systems will be put in place to ensure transparency. These are the exact issues that have created tension for years, but now both sides seem closer than ever to not only agreeing, but implementing a lasting solution. This could be the breakthrough that Iraq's oil sector has desperately needed. The anticipation surrounding this deal has sparked a new sense of optimism throughout the country. Should it move forward, Iraq can expect a chain reaction of positive outcomes. Oil exports that were previously stalled, especially through Turkey's Ceyhan pipeline, could swiftly resume. That single development alone could return billions of dollars to Iraq's economy, stabilizing the budget and unlocking infrastructure funding. Foreign investors who've been cautiously sitting on the sidelines may begin returning now that there's evidence of cooperation and forward momentum. These renewed investments would bring not only capital, but also jobs, technology, and international partnerships, essential elements for rebuilding Iraqi's economic foundation. More importantly, everyday Iraqis might finally see tangible benefits, like consistent salary payments and improved public services. However, the most significant outcome isn't measured in cash flow or contracts, it's trust. If Baghdad and the Kurdish leadership can begin rebuilding mutual trust, then Iraq is poised to enter an entirely new phase in its development. For a country that has endured so much fragmentation, distrust, and loss, even the hint of true unity is powerful. A working relationship between Baghdad and Erbil could serve as a model for other parts of the Middle East, proving that even deeply rooted conflicts can be overcome with persistence, dialogue, and shared vision. This moment could mark the rise of a new Iraq, an Iraq where citizens no longer feel isolated based on region or ethnicity, where long-divided areas like Kirkuk, Duhok, or Fallujah can look forward to shared prosperity, not political neglect. Where children grow up believing that their leaders are working together to create a stable, secure nation, not just fighting for their own power. If this deal is signed, it proves something crucial. Compromise works. Dialogue is stronger than division. It shows that shared interests can overcome past grievances, and it reinforces the belief that reconciliation isn't a weakness, it's a sign of leadership. As Iraq moves forward, these lessons will be essential, not just for oil policy, but for everything from governance to national identity. Of course, no single agreement can fix everything overnight. Corruption must still be rooted out. Political factions will continue to clash, and rebuilding Iraq's institutions will take time. But this oil export deal, if implemented properly, could offer the spark that lights a broader transformation. It's not just about the money, it's about proving to Iraqis and to the world that progress is still possible. And that possibility brings with it something Iraq hasn't felt in a long time: hope. Not blind optimism or hollow promises, but real, cautious, well-earned hope. For every Iraqi hoping to see a better future, for their children, their city, and their country, this could be the beginning. As we await the final announcement, let's continue to stay informed and engaged. Change doesn't happen in silence. It happens when people demand it, support it, and hold their leaders accountable to it. If Baghdad and Erbil truly lock arms, this will not just be a win for oil policy. It will be a monumental step forward for Iraq as a nation. From everyone here at Iraqi Dinar News, thank you for tuning in and staying aware of this historic moment. We'll continue covering this developing story and what it could mean for the dinar, for the economy, and for Iraq standing on the global stage. Let's remain hopeful, let's stay united, and above all, let's be patient, because as always, patience is the key to success. Make sure to subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments, and stay connected for more updates. Wishing you all a peaceful and prosperous day.